And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer.
So I come out to give my beautiful Miss Piggy here, spoiled fatty fat, some water for the morning, and look what she did. Her beautiful house that I built for her, she destroyed it because she's a big fat ass and she's a punk and she's trying to eat her hose. Stop it! What a brat! You're a brat! No, mad at you! No! No! Anyway, so she's gonna bitch and moan until I give her a She's a brat! Bad Piggy! Alright guys, welcome back down to the farm. Just a quick update. I just finished making this little, it's a Craig jig station. It's temporary, even though I'm thinking about building my own table for my Craig jig, and this will probably be the top. And this back portion from like here back and up will probably be little shelves for each of the containers for the different size screws that you use with the pocket hole set. So that's what I just built here in the last 20 minutes or so, and it's for all those 2x4s you see long ways and that one tall standing up one. I got to do pocket holes on all of them. Those are the legs and one of the cross beams for the table saw and router table assembly. So I can't remember if I showed this or not, but I got this workbench, the one that was in the box, up. And the other day I got my drill press, and I got the drill press vise along with Forstner bits and a few other things that go with it. So I already had that little vise for a while. I'm just not sure where I'm going to mount it yet. I know it won't be on that workbench. That'll probably go on my metal workbench that I'll be making sometime this year. And then I got this whole area cleaned out. And I'll show you. Got all of that stuff that was there is out of the garage. My wife's little brother is taking the TV stands. That microwave is garbage. There really isn't a whole lot out there to bring back in. I got that corner over there cleaned up because I got my welder moved over here, because this upper area is going to be where I do all the welding stuff. So I got room. I'm going to take that shelf is going to come down. Most of what's on that is junk. But so I have that welder there. That's a line feed MIG welder that does flux core. And then I'm going to I'm actually thinking about selling that one and saving up to buy one from Lincoln that does flux core, gas MIG, and TIG welding. All in one. It's one welder, and you just switch out your stuff to do whichever one you need. And it's like $1,000 welder. That one was like $120 welder. So, but it's a little bit bigger than that, but it'll fit on that cart. So I wouldn't have to buy a new cart. But it would do all the different welding types that I want to learn in one welder. So, and that one only does MIG with flux core, which is fine. I mean, for a hobby welder, it's great. So maybe I'll give it to my little brother or something. But then that big Craftsman one, I haven't gotten rid of it yet. It's back behind this. This is the wood for that table saw table, and the to make the router lift thing, so I can use the router table on the extension wing. So that's what I'm working on. I got my wall-mounted shop vac in. It came earlier this last week. I think it was the end of last week when it got here. And I'm just waiting for. It's called a Dust Deputy. It's a cyclone separator system that goes between the shop vac and whatever you're vacuuming, and at 90% or 99%, something like that, some really high number of the dirt and sawdust and stuff that you suck up with it goes into this big trash can thing instead of into your shop vac, clogging up your filters. So it really, really lengthens your filter lifespan and makes cleaning a lot easier. And I also got a blower fan from my heater guy. The company, I stayed friends with the guys that do the HVAC work for me. And they gave me that blower motor for free, and I'm going to make a air filter station. The one that I'm going to build for, it'll be the little roller cart that'll be for my planer that I'm going to be getting. It's going to have that built into it with some AC filters to help filter the particles in the air in here. Because even when you get all the dust up, there's still dust in the air. Like I can feel it, I can breathe it, I feel it in my eyes all the time. So, and then that big box is my router, my new router. It's a DeWalt 616 2.5 horse router. And that's the plunge router and the fixed base router. And then over there, I'll walk down here. There's my books. I built that little shelf up there for my wood books. But that motor right there, that's my 618 router, which is, I think, 2 3/4 horsepower. It's a little bit bigger than the one that I have in that case down there. That one's just the motor because that's what's going to go in the router lift. So that's going in the table for the router. And then obviously you guys know this. I'm actually going to be taking that whole side apart. And I'm going to do what's called a miter station. That's they're about 18 feet wide for this miter saw. It'll have some drawers and storage above and below it. But, and then I'll hang that up or put it out in the shed, and I'll just use it whenever I got to take the miter saw somewhere, like to help my brother or to help the wife's dad with a project. And we need another miter saw. So, or I'll sell the little travel stand and just not even worry about it. And we got it on sale on Black Friday for like $99, and it's normally like $130. So we could probably resell it for $99 right now since it's not on sale. Someone will buy it and get our money back out of it. So, but yeah, so there's all that. That's what I'm working on now. I finished this little thing here so I could do the 2x4s better. They don't move around. And so I'm gonna start putting the legs together, the cross beam, and then start building the frame out for that table saw and everything. So those little legs the table saw are on now are gonna go away. I'll probably just hang them up on the wall somewhere in here or stick them in the attic or something. Eventually, when I build up to my big table saw that I want, which is a saw stop, I'll probably either give that one to my brother or I'll give him the whole thing probably with the router table and do another router table that fits in the saw stop, the extension wing, and just give that set up to him, let him start learning how to do this stuff. I know he's interested, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. And since he watches my videos, now he's going to know that someday that's going to be his table saw, so cool, ruined a birthday present or something. But whatever, it's fine. So that's all for now. I've got some junk outside to pick up, but I don't really care about all that right now. Just trying to get the shop cleaned up so I can work. And yeah, see y'all next time on the farm. Bye. All right. So I got it back up temporarily until I can figure something out because she's obviously just ripping them apart. Yeah, you fatty. You happy now? You got your water bucket? Anyway, so I gotta figure something out to strengthen the framing of this thing. I moved that one over so she's not as easy for her to just push it out. So hopefully that helps. And yeah, I need to get, so I had a water hose that was on top of it that I used to fill up the barrel so I could just fill the whole big barrel up instead of that little one. But she chewed the ends off it and chewed it in half like you saw. So I gotta get another hose for that. I've got some little hoses around, but it's just annoying. So we'll get it fixed up so she's a happy little pig again. What a brat. Anyways, I'll talk to you all on the next one.